Okay, so last time that we left the boys, they had
Killed a bunch of harpies.
killed a bunch of harpies. Yeah, you had camped in the woods. Iswal fell under a song spell, started going into the woods. Once you took after him, sending light into the sky. Ricky followed after. Taurus also fell under that spell. Upon reaching it, Taurus eventually, yes, fell into a hole in front of the what seems to be a rundown inn that has been turned into a murder hole for the harpies. Fell in, got out. One shoe blasted fire into the kindling of the house, setting it ablaze. The entire place is now a roiling maelstrom of flame flickering into the night as you stand directly in front of it after felling 3 harpies.
That was sick.
Yes.
Well, boys, good fight.
Hold on, let me just like prepare. All right, so let me see me. So I forget what happened. Oh, I start screaming. I'm screaming. Ah!
What's wrong, Ricky? You were fine a minute ago when we killed those harpies.
I'm like, yeah, the thrill of the hunt is all. And I'm like, I'm fucking hurt. I'm hurting.
You're hurting. Well, I think I got. Let me see here. Do I have any
I open my
spells
mouth and a
left?
bunch of blood pours out.
Oh, whoa! I do have spells left. Cool. Taurus, One Shoe, how are you guys feeling? You beat up at all?
Hang on a second. No, I'm literally dying.
All right.
Yeah, you got slashed up pretty bad.
We're gonna cast Prayer of Healing, which, if memory serves me correctly, is 2d8 to everyone.
Let's check it out. Do you have a slot for that?
Yes. I have one more second level slot. I didn't realize.
Wait, you
I
really
had.
didn't cast anything last time.
Well, I
No, he
thought
did,
I had
but-
used all my spells, but it turns out I didn't.
Yeah, he hadn't slept yet.
Up to 6 creatures of my choice that I can see within range each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Heal one of the harpies so we can kill it again and get experience.
I could do that, or I could just do the 4 of us.
Eh.
So we all gain. Cross your fingers for good numbers here, boys. Uh-oh. Rolled a 1 and a 5. Spellcasting modifier is 2, I think.
You suck.
So everybody gets 9 hit points.
By the way, did you guys add experience from that last?
No, I didn't.
No.
Of course you didn't.
said
I
eight.
did, and then you said it was actually 150, not 600.
You all gained 150.
Can you say how much I healed for, please?
9. Nine health.
Ooh, I'm almost at full health. That's how little health I have.
I don't have Taurus's.
Well, actually, I
hit points,
don't.
So who knows?
Actually. All right, feeling rejuvenated. I scoop up all the blood back into my mouth.
Well, now wait a minute. I got one more spell if anybody's still feeling, a little rough here.
This entire place is now like it's like probably 30, 40, 50 feet flames at the tallest, catching the trees around you now. Iswal, you're a little too close. I need to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage because you're a fire demon.
Okay. Constitution is +2.
I look over as I hear him making a Constitution save, whatever that sounds like, and my mouth is full of blood, and I'm like,
I rolled a 10 and a 20, so a 12
fuck.
and a 14. Sorry,
Okay.
12 and a 22.
So it's starting to lick your back. It's starting to get more than just a little tickly.
I lean my horns in and say, feels good, boys. Ooh, that's a little warm, and then step back.
Okay.
yeah, and kind of covering my eyes because it is now wildly bright, and I am how close? 30 feet. I'm
Yep.
making a fucking saunter.
Yeah,
toward-
it's hard to face it directly. It's like facing a giant bonfire. It's it's like facing a giant.
I'm like, look, guys, I'm tired. The world's gonna burn down. Let's go to bed.
Let's get back to the camp. And I try to find my way back to the camp.
Okay. Are you all going back to the camp?
Yeah.
As they leave, I'll take one last lingering look at the fire and sort of reach out to it and then give a sigh, like, and then go with them.
Okay. I'd like all of you to make survival checks.
What are we going through the fire? Fucking.
No, but you were running through the woods chasing after Isawal. You didn't really mark a path
All right.
on the way there.
19.
You know, I have the dice, but for everyone's advantage, I'm gonna roll in game.
It feels way better to roll with real
You
dice.
can roll the real dice. Just put your results. Just type. the
Yeah,
number.
but I just kind of like the worry of the roll in the computer. I'll roll, but I'll never let you see those rolls. I'll only count the rolls that I do in game.
I do trust you guys to roll on your own.
I can I can turn my camera on if you want to see that.
I know, but I
trust you.
like this.
3, whoa, 1. So
I died.
Let's roll
I
for.
died in the woods.
His survival. I don't think he has it.
I start walking back toward the fire.
Okay, so let's say you got a 3, 19, 19,
Uh-oh.
4. You're trudging through the woods. The fire is still kind of even traveling for about like 15 minutes through the woods. You still see the fire. It's that bright, like looking through. You manage to get to a trail. You're not exactly how far off your camp might be. Make another round of survival checks.
Because we're still together. The boys aren't.
Yeah, no, you're traveling together, but you're having a hard time figuring out where the hell you are.
I see.
Yeah, it's weird.
XP.
We're rolling on the same page right now.
I rolled a 15 and then a 10.
And even my ground rolls are pretty garbage right now. 3, 7, 4. Come on.
You gotta get them out of your system, or maybe you just need a different D20.
No, that's a good beat.
Okay, what'd you roll, Kyle?
8. No. Yeah, 8.
Okay. So, and Taurus rolled a 13. So, this time though, you are there's enough knowledge and common sense between all of you to say, okay, this is the path. It was down this way about 50 feet. It takes you about another 10 to 15 minutes to get to the camp that you were once at.
We're at the camp?
Yep.
Alright, time for bed. Taurus, first watch, obviously.
Yeah. I'm
Oh, good. I could use my spells. Question: Do we gain all of our HP back during a long rest?
Yes,
I feel like that's not right.
that is correct. You gain half your hit dice, and you gain full HP back, unless you have outstanding situations.
Half your hit
Wow.
dice for short rests, you mean? Like that you... Sorry,
Yeah.
let me say that differently. To be used in short rests.
Yes.
Okay.
You get a maximum of half. So even if you are beyond half at that time, you
Gotcha.
gain a half amount back.
When do you gain hit dice back besides long rest? Is that it?
On long rests or spells or special circumstances.
Okay. And we have not long rested yet.
No,
You have-
we're long resting now.
We're doing a long rest.
Well, we're going to bed. If we get attacked by another bear in the middle of the night, it won't be a long rest yet.
We're
All
sent
right.
to by a big bear. RP
I
bear.
fucking go to bed. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Who's taking first watch?
Taurus.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
All right, hold on one second.
Sure the fuck is.
Let's get that. Let's get that. Where the fuck is it? Woodland Campus. That's what I wanted. Okay. Taurus takes first watch. Sits through the night uneventfully. Who's taking second?
Not me. I took half of the first watch.
I don't move out of my tent. I hear you guys like talking, and I'm like,
Okay, so Taurus gets up to go to bed. The fire remains untended. If no one's getting up, see what happens then.
I have a question.
Yep.
If no one, if someone takes watch, do they not get a full rest?
Depends on what race they are.
Okay.
You need 8 hours of. You don't like. It's not about sleep. It's about just resting. So nothing. I think the book defines it as nothing more strenuous than reading, light talking, eating, and mending wounds.
Oh, then I'll take
You need-
short rest. That's fine.
You need some sleep in there, like you need like 3 hours, but you need to just not be fighting or doing anything super strenuous.
Like when I just read, I'm doing flips, so like it's only like partial rest.
Well, you're doing light flips.
little rolls.
Yeah.
You're not
Like
finishing them. You're just
combat
kind of like
rolls.
pantomiming the start of a flip, and then you're like, yes,
Yeah.
that one would have been good.
Yeah, hopping on one foot. Significantly less taxing.
Okay, yeah, I get up and do second watch.
Okay. 1 second, please. I just want to see exactly what they define as long rest. I guess I could just use the compendium here.
I just looked it up. It's what you said.
Okay. Yeah, nothing more. So just resting.
Reading, talking, eating, or standing watch for no more than 2 hours.
Right. Okay. So, one shoe. You sit along the fire.
I think he left.
Oh, good.
I was going to leave. I didn't need to wash my hands. Continue. I'm
Okay.
here.
That's fine. I was gonna spring an owlbear on you. No. Yeah, you,
Wait,
you
an
sit amongst the fire.
An important point to note is if each of us, all 4 of us, take a 2-hour watch, then we all get a long rest.
Yeah, but
Right.
who wants to?
Two watches is
also-
fine.
Okay.
We also all get long rest if we just do 2.
Right. So you sit amongst the fire, seeing the crackling of the wood, fireflies amongst you. You hear some light rustling in the bushes, but nothing seems to, of note, happens for your stretch of the watch. And the morning greets you.
Yay!
Good morning, everybody.
Don't talk to me till I've
And I-
had my Telosian, fuck.
Telosian fuck?
I'm doing a fucking drum solo on Ricky's tent. Fucking, and I'm like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'm like, don't you dare. No, I go, Helena, give me a kiss.
Helena?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, your girlfriend.
yeah, no, Halia. Oh, Halia.
Oh, Alia.
Helena.
No, be gentle. And I'm just a poor city boy. And then I go, no! And then I wake up and it's just 1, 2. And but in my dream, I had a cold sweat of, what's his name? Our friend Ambrose being picked apart by wolves
Mm.
at a death metal show or something.
Literal wolves at a literal death metal show.
Well, so where are we headed now, guys? I forgot. I'm so tired. I mean, awake.
We were gonna go get the comb, right, and deal with the banshee.
Yeah, let's go get the comb.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Was that actually what we were gonna do? I think that's what we were gonna do.
Probably.
Yeah, we decided we were gonna go and get the comb. Ricky's gonna get us the comb, and that we are still going to also be looking for Rumpus, the goblin.
Oh, what was that guy's name?
Smooch?
What?
Snoopy?
No, Spoot. Hang
I should
on,
have
it's
this
in my
written
notes
down.
somewhere.
Kyle should know this.
Yeah. Thorpe.
Groot.
Harbin Weston.
No.
The
Okay.
Goblin, Harbor Weston, yeah.
Yeah, no, Group. Is Group.
Droop.
Droop. There. Yeah.
Droop. Classic Droop. Alright, so I make a picture of Droop in the fucking dirt with a stick, and I write his name, and I say, Droop, everyone. We gotta choke him out. Droop's got the secret. And I say, I look over to One Shoe and I go, I don't know. He didn't really know much only about potatoes, but I'm sure he definitely knows where a secret castle is. I think that makes a ton of sense.
Nice. Okay.
And I say, okay, Iswal, we're going to need your money to buy the comb back because
Wait, what? I don't have any money.
I told him no backsies.
Well, just go tell him that you want backsies. What's the problem?
I think actually, Ricky, that you have to buy the comb back because you sold it and you gained money for it. So I think that you should buy the comb back.
Yeah, but it wasn't even a good deal. He's gonna.
Yeah, but
I said no backseas. I'm a man of my word, as I've always said.
You just all
The
you gotta do is
the
you
trust
gotta,
and arm. I mean,
Well, look,
reconnaissance.
Look, Ricky, I'll
word.
tell you what. I'll tell you what, Ricky. You give me the money, and I'll go make the transaction. That way, you're not making backsies, but the money is coming out of your pocket.
He's a genius.
No, everyone knows that Iswell's not a genius. Okay, here's what I can do.
He is not.
I reach into my thing and I give a hammer and a crowbar. I say, you can have these
Who are you giving these to?
just out. Out in general. Just kind of place them onto the dirt. And I circle them with a stick.
I sort of dust my hands on my pants and I say, okay, let's go. When we get there, you're gonna buy the comb back.
Hmm.
And then I start walking away towards
Hey, wait
Fanlin.
for me, one shoe.
Mm.
And I run after him. Let me tell you about Talos. And I wonder if you.
I'm charging forward.
So as I see them leave, I grab some ash from the fire and I apply it under my to thicken my eyebrows a little, to dab them out. I look in the little babbling book next to us and I give my reflection a wink and I say, "Oh yeah," and then I pick up my 2 tools.
Gain
And
a
chase them.
D4 inspiration die for that.
Yeah, D4.
Whoa, we're doing inspiration dice now?
He only gets inspiration because he loves himself so much.
Yeah.
But I love
D4
Talos
inspiration.
so much.
And too bad he hasn't been too communicative.
Yeah.
What do you get to do? Add that to a roll or something?
You can add that to a attack or ability check
All right. Good to go.
for the
boys.
next hour or so.
Oh fuck. All right. So I go running to our boys, laughing anime-like, being like, "Ha ha ha! Yeah, last one's there, rotten egg, nerds."
Okay, so you guys heading towards Fandolin?
Yes.
1 second, please.
Bandilla.
Fandy
So that's about 40 miles away from where you are.
Woo!
On foot.
Foot runners.
So yeah, that's gonna take you a whole day to get there.
Jesus.
That's fine. What better do we have to do?
What is the?
There's literally
Gotta
no
buy
urgency in this campaign so far. Like, it's not like there's something where it's like, if you don't do this in the next week, the whole world will die. It's just like, whatever, go like do this thing for me. We're like, okay. Like, if it's gonna take a day to get there, that's fine.
Well, for what you know, the Black Spider has a map to an all-powerful mine.
And
And Gungeon Rockseeker is supposedly being held somewhere, and has been held there for a long time.
Well, this is ancient times. Things take a long time to do.
Yeah, like a knife across the throat from a bugbear to a dwarf takes a long time.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
So normal, it's
Yeah, but like learning about like weather.
We better hurry.
so yeah, that would take you a whole day. You can push it and get there like this time. Like you can get there, I'll say, with 1 point of exhaustion if you want to push it, or you can camp close to Fandolin for the night and then.
No, let's push it real good, boys.
Okay.
I'm pushing it.
Okay.
So if you travel fast, that'll be 4 miles an hour. You'll get a -5 penalty to passive wisdom perception scores, and by the time you get there, you will have missed some sleep. So you get 1 point of exhaustion, which means disadvantage on ability checks and attack checks, I believe,
For how
Just
long?
kidding. Just kidding.
until you take a full rest.
I meant to say, yeah, what are you, an idiot? Let's fucking go and camp outside of Finland. That's
Well,
my character.
if we hurry, then we'll be in bad shape for the evening when we get there. But then we can set out in the morning after we've rested, and we'll be fine in the morning when we've rested.
Amen, Yuswal, you're a true genius.
Well, we don't say amen in the Church of Talos, but I wouldn't expect you to know that. We say like the sound of lightning.
And we both high five.
Yeah, I got a high five from the cool guy.
I'm like, yeah, I got a high five
from the weird guy.
Dumb guy happy. This is good.
We say it in fucking that's what we say when we're Satan.
Yeah.
I worship Satan.
Oh, Satan!
Oh.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. So you guys are making your way down the trail at a fast pace.
Making our way downtown, walking fast, faces pass.
All around me are familiar faces.
So about, I'd say 7 hours into the trip,
Jesus.
you are feeling pretty exhausted. You're keeping up your strength. You're eating and drinking, but it's going to be quite a trek, especially because the Tribord Trail isn't exactly.
I'm eating rotten apples.
You're eating what?
Rotten apples.
You have apples that are rotten.
Yeah, I'm eating rotten apples.
Okay.
Wait,
roll a
hang on,
Constitution
time
check.
out. Why?
I'm eating rotten apples from a few days ago.
Why? Why? We have food that isn't
He's
rotten.
one shoe.
One shoe. Roll Constitution check.
Okay, hang
He's
on.
our fun guy.
Hang on, I don't know.
He's our wild card.
Okay.
I was the wild card.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
Depends
you're
on
like
how tired
wild.
and angry
got
people
a 9.
Okay, so as soon as you start eating the rotten apple, you start puking violently.
I love
all
it.
over the ground, a little bit on Ricky's pants. Just about pant height. You will be poisoned for the next 24 hours.
What's that?
You have disadvantage on ability checks.
So we make
Okay.
Rex carry him.
I think. Can you make sure?
Puking friend.
Hey, that reminds me of me.
I was gonna eat that apple, and then I see him puking, and I just like put it down.
Poison. Poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay.
Well, good thing you don't make attack rolls because you just cast magic missile and it hits unerringly.
Hopefully he doesn't make any with that giant axe on his back that he can barely carry.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
So
has the-
about 7 hours into the trip, you are making it through. One shoe starts puking, which makes you all stop to notice just in front of you a large carved tree. You would say statue, but it looks too rough and too old to really be called that.
So
It stands about 10 feet tall.
it's a sculpture of a tree made out of wood?
No, it's a tree that is carved into made to look like something.
All right, I squint really hard. Do I know what that shape is?
Make an investigation check.
Ooh, that's what I always say. I always say I'm always really good at those.
I'm walking forward and puking all over my clothes and
Oh, -1, huh?
my hands out and I'm trying to touch the tree.
Okay, you make an investigation as well.
I made a 6. I said
6.
it's a tree. It's made of wood.
6
Seen
for
this before.
Ricky. And what for one shoe?
12.
12. Ricky, it just looks like a bunch of knotted wood to you. It's hard to tell. One shoe, it does seem familiar. It looks to be like some kind of monster. It seems to be in the form of some kind of monster.
Iswell, do you recognize this? I see some sort of monster, but I'm drawing a blank. What is?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys. You think anything's up with this tree? It's a little weird.
I don't know, and I'm fucking like pushing on it, like I'm just pushing on it and touching it. And
It's like a 10 feet up of a tree got lobbed off, and then that entire chunk of it got carved into something with leaving the roots.
I rolled a 19 on my investigation.
Okay,
Jesus.
this is definitely in the form of some kind of monster. Roll a Arcana check.
14.
Okay, that'll be enough. You've noticed this is the shape of an aboleth.
Okay. Well, you see, guys, this is well, do I know anything about aboleths as a character?
1 second, as I bring up you.
as a human person, he knows everything.
Yeah,
about
you've heard about them. They are. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring up the.
You are like a war guy. You probably.
Well, they're an abomination. They're a very old monster.
How do you spell it?
Aboleth.
I think there were 2 B's.
So, question.
They are.
Actually, never mind.
You know that before the coming of gods, aboleths lurked in primordial oceans and underground lakes. They reached out with their minds and seized control of the burgeoning life forms of the mortal realm, making those creatures their slaves. Their dominance made them like gods. They are the true. Then the true gods appeared, smashing the aboleth's empire and freeing their slaves. Aboleths have never forgotten.
They're fish?
They're like Cthulhuid, gargantuan creatures.
Leviathan. Almost.
Sort of. They have multiple eyes, a giant circular maw, and multiple tentacles, and they are huge.
Alright.
I mean, that's... Well, you actually wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
But, Isabel, I mean, no one's seen one in real for a very long time. They're known to dwell in the Underdark and ancient places of evil.
Oh boy. As I walk up and I reach up and touch at the tree, and then I sort of get a shudder that comes over me, and I turn to my companions and say, this is nothing that we want to mess with. This is I think it's called a boleth. I've read about them.
And I'm like, fuck this stupid tree that's making you upset, and I give it a karate kick. I'm like, yeah!
No, don't
Make an
hurt
attack
it.
roll.
What?
Make an attack roll.
Okay. How do I attack? What's my kick attack?
It would be a 1d20 plus your strength modifier.
Which is 0. Ah!
Okay. Poof. You hit the side of it, a little bit chips off. But, I mean, it's a tree, so it didn't do too much damage.
Yeah, I look over at Iswal for, like, approval.
I shake my head at him violently and then say, don't harm it. It could be a shrine or some sort of altar. We don't know what we're dealing with here. These creatures...
Exhale, and I just, like, sit in front of it with my fist. I'm like...
These creatures they lived in the long, long ago, before there were gods. You can see right here, and I point to its mouth, and so you can see it's got this ring of horrible teeth. Not to mention the fact that they had Well, does my character know they have telepathic abilities?
You not specifically telepathic. You just know that they messed up the minds of people around them. Like
They were able to mess with everybody's wavelengths of their brains, and they gained many slaves. Then came Talos and the other gods, who smote the aboleths and freed all the slaves. No one has heard from them in gosh, who knows how long, but they lived in the Underdark. And now...
I'm looking in the hole, and I'm like, you can count the ring, see how old this one is. But
No!
Sorry. That's what they look like.
so big! It's so scary, so...
Roll for initiative! No.
Like, ah! Alright, so I'm giving it one last knock, and I just like big funny fucking knot tree.
Whoever made this must for some reason worship this fish beast.
Booch, does it strike me as strange that this would be here, or is this something that seems normal enough?
I'm like bleeding. I just like hit. Oh my god. No,
All right,
I'm not
Droopy?
bleeding. I popped a beer into my own face.
Ooh,
Ow.
the troubles of alcoholism.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
You have you don't know of any aboleth worship in these parts. The tree
Well, not
particularly
even
looks
in
very,
these
very,
parts.
very, very old.
So
I
it
look
seems like an
around-
anomaly. It's not like it's just like a thing. It's something that is worth investigating. It's not something where I'm just like, oh, just some kids made a thing.
It looks to be like certainly wasn't kids that made it. But it's not like a master craft. It looks like someone carved it in there a long time ago. I mean, like, it's hard to even make out because there's leaves and other pieces of the tree that have grown out of it since then. But yeah.
I look around to see if there are any cultists of Aboleth lurking in the bushes around me. I'm taking like a hard look because I don't feel safe.
Okay, roll a investigation check.
18.
Okay. I'd say you spend the next 15, 20 minutes just making a perimeter around the tree. And the tree's not just directly on like the trail. It's a little bit in the back. And you come across a couple bunnies. But,
Yay!
Nothing that would have the ability to make this thing.
I cast Firebolt.
At what?
What?
At what?
I want to cast Firebolt at a bunny.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Okay.
I mean, they saw you and jumped out.
Okay.
Fireball.
17.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay.
What's your alignment?
Neutral good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I rolled a 13
What's your intention with killing these rabbits?
to eat it.
Okay.
I'm
Roll
hungry.
13.
Yeah, I'm
Firebolt?
fucking poisoned.
Through the forest in the middle of the day, a rabbit explodes as soon as it comes in contact with it.
Are there any pieces of it left?
Probably a leg and some chunk. Like, it's chunky. You can get a rabbit leg out of it.
Are they
At
cooked
this
from
point-
the firebolt?
Are they what?
Cooked from the firebolt.
No, I mean, well, the outside is burned, but the inside is raw.
I second guess eating this rabbit. So I didn't see anything of interest. Anything also relating to anything relating to the fucking Narlithotep, the Agathals, Aboleth.
Aboleth? Not that you could find, no.
As he's
Okay.
Just normal trees all around you.
As he's toasting this rabbit in the woods, I'm gonna try to sketch a crude sketch of the tree and mark its approximate location so we can find it later.
Okay. Like, do you have like a paper and pencil or
I should. I can't imagine I don't.
something like that?
I have. We can use charcoal.
You got charcoal?
I have some from around my eyes. You can borrow.
Do you actually have charcoal?
Me? No. I don't know. Fuck
I
no.
don't have any paper.
Well, there's
I'd-
charred bunny rabbit everywhere. You can draw it with a charred bunny.
I can conjure a magical pen.
We have nothing to write
Sure, you
on.
can. You can conjure a magical pen.
I actually can.
Well, I still want to try to study the area and have a general idea of how we can get back here if we need to.
Okay. Do you want to conjure a magical pen, Pete? Don't you?
Do you have anything to write with? Do we have anything to write with?
No, we don't have anything to write on either.
We don't have anything to write on. Okay, well, let's go.
You have your map. I'll say that you have your map.
Oh, we do have maps. Huh?
You have a map of the general area, pretty much like what you're looking at right now.
Okay, yeah, I conjure a pen I saw at the miners' exchange.
Okay.
Wherever that place is.
Using minor conjuration.
Yes.
Okay.
And I hand it to it as well. And I guess do I also have a map?
You have one map between you all.
Okay. And yeah, I do a little X for him on the map.
Okay.
And I write Aboleth because I assume that he can't spell.
Yeah. So a magical pen forms out of your hand. This is actually like the first time that you guys have ever seen. I mean, you've seen once you do some pretty crazy shit, but you've never seen him make a pen before.
Like, what the fuck is that?
And he writes it down, and as soon as he's done, I'm assuming you want to disband the pen.
Yeah. I spike it like a football, but it's so that it disappears into the ground. Like I threw it into the nether realm.
Yeah.
All right. So I while I'm hanging, I pull out my magical burning coin, and I look. I use it to peer into the mouth of the aboleth, and I look down the hole.
Okay. There's really not too much of a hole. There's just kind of an indentation. It does go. Yeah. As you put your coin into it, you can see inside what looks like a bird's nest.
I'm like, oh, what do we got here? I do like my little magic finger wiggle, and then I slide my hand in.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
I say, "Oh, what do you got over there?" And I run over to him.
Yeah, I'm holding him back with one of my great feet. My normally tall feet. What's my sleight of hand? Sorry, I'm like really bad at finding stuff. Oh wow, it's a 5. Boing, 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 boing. 5.
5.
No, you rolled this set. You rolled
7.
7.
Whatever.
Okay, so as you put your hand into the nest, you feel a little something before crack, and you accidentally crack a little bird egg.
I'm like, no!
Before feeling 2 others.
Yeah. I am just like, I'm still looking at one shoe, and like my eyes start tearing up.
Hey, what's the matter?
I'm just like nothing, and I in fact I just let go of the coin. The coin is just like float glowing in the fucking.
Are you putting it in the nest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just leave it. I just like let go of my hand.
I run over there and I jam my hand forcefully down the hole.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand check.
I don't. That's a thing that like I can have. Oh, I'm actually good at that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, I'm sick. 17.
Okay. So you forcefully but very daintily put your hand down the hole, feel your fingers glide past the two other eggs. You can feel where one is broken, and pluck the coin out deftly.
Okay, I fucking dive back in there and I want to pull out the whole bird's nest.
Okay, you can do that. Yeah, you. And as he pulls it out, there's a bit of there's a couple pieces of dried straw that kind of linger in the air as he holds it now, looking at it.
Okay.
While they're doing all this, can I like ask relevant questions? Like, do I know anything about the religion that these guys might have anything to do with from my
But this is a
studies?
slapstick comedy over here.
Yeah, you
Slapstick
can
comedy is great, but it does not progress the story.
roll
There's a bird's
history.
nest inside the thing with the fucking thing. This might be important, I say. This might be important. What does it mean? And I stare into the hole, and I stare into the bird's nest, and I stare into the hole, and I'm trying to see if these things add up to anything. Anything.
Make a general intelligence check.
Okay.
And Iswal, you can make a religion check if you'd like to try
I
to
rolled a
glean
20.
anything about.
Holy.
So with your superior intelligence, One Shoe, you figured out that this is a tree that is shaped like an aboleth, carved, and you are holding what was once an intact bird's nest.
I say, oh, okay, and then I take the bird's nest and I crush it in between my hands,
I like
Okay.
fall to my
Yeah.
knees in absolute horror.
and I start, and I point forward and I start walking towards. Wait, did we sleep yet?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
let's
yeah, you
go-
did last night, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but let's go.
You're about, like, here.
Okay,
And Iswal, for religion. So you sit down and you think a little bit about your knowledge of the religions around here, and you know of some pretty kooky religions. You belong to one yourself.
Yeah, tell
I was
But,
gonna say, Kooky, hang on, that's subjective.
But you have not heard. You've never heard of a religion that worships aboleths.
Okay. Or any religion that has anything to do with them?
You've heard of like ancient cults that have to do with other kinds of like demons and devils and stuff, but
Well, anything worthy of note specific to this area or like recently or
no.
maybe like the specific shape of the aboleth?
No, you know that it looks like an aboleth, but you've never heard of, not just in this area, but never at all any kind of worship of those kind of abominations.
Okay.
So
I'll say
while
to my
Israel-
I'll say to my companions, you know, this might be something we want to keep our eyes peeled for. Guys, if you see anything else that might be some sort of do you guys know about aberration? Does my character know about aberrations? Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys
But it is. Yeah, it is an aberration. Yeah.
if you guys see any aberrations or anything weird like this, it looks like some sort of weird fish alien. Let me know and let me take a look at it, because this could be big. This could be something we want to keep our eyes on.
I give him
I burn
an
out loud.
okay hand, and then I jump onto my hands, walking on a handstand, and I walk over to Iswal on my hands, and I'm like, I tug on your cloak or whatever the fuck you're wearing, and I'm like, Iswal,
Yes, Ricky.
can we go?
Yes,
I'm
please.
bored.
And then I like where your head's at as well, and then I fucking
And I say, I like where my head is, and then I do a flip back to standing again.
say, very, very nice, Ricky. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head out after making note of the tree statue. Eventually, tiredly, getting into Phandalin very late at night. That entire trip, by the way, One Shoe, you thought about the crushing of that nest, and it didn't quite settle with you or your morals very well.
Okay.
Out of character, just be cautious what you do, because alignment shift is possible.
Okay.
So you make it in. You can see a little bit of smoke and light coming from Phandalin late at night. 1 second. Actually, no, it wouldn't be that. It's dark.
Just give us like a black square. Like, it's dark out.
No, you can. So yeah, you can see Phandalin. It's standing.
Woo! No, I punch one shoe in the arm and I'm like, oh, we're so lucky. And that burned down yet?
We did start a really big fire.
Yeah.
You did, and you could see, like, when you slept, you could see that it was still going, and then even through the trip back, you could see smoke for a while.
Well, that's not good.
I bring everyone close and I'm like, no one talk about the fire.
Or the things that burned inside of it that you never got. But I'm gonna go take a piss real quick.
Yeah, well, that's neither here nor there. I don't know, you sound shitty.
Yeah, everything sounds bad.
Yeah, you sound like a robot. Brandon sounds fine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you sound like a good cop, sounds like a robot.
You two sound like robots.
I don't sound like a robot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what robots sound like. I've never even heard of robots. I'm gonna grab a beer. Beer me, brothers.
I'm wondering what the heck else was in that forest that we could have found.
Which forest?
The forest we burned down.
You know, I burned down the house, and
then the forest caught fire.
Agreed. Were you saying that as a wall or
I suppose it's both. I'll say it in character. I wonder what else was in that forest that we might have burned down.
And I'm like, well, fucking ton of bunnies. Once you can vouch for the bunnies. Yes, I can. And I just want to ask, guys, next time I'm about to burn something down, please remind me that we never burn down when we haven't explored.
I like that.
I get a little excited sometimes. I have a itchy spell thing
Itchy
here.
firebolt finger.
Yeah.
Hey.
Also, massive cones of destructive flame. But,
Hello?
What's up? Are we all sound like robots?
Yes, you are.
What?
Yeah, you guys are total roboting out.
Am I a robot?
Fucking chill.
No, so it's
Okay.
probably your fault.
Should we restart the chat? Hey, I'll call you guys back.
All right, Booj. Talk to you soon.
What up? Sound like a robot?
You sound
no.
much less like a robot.
What up?
Hey.
Hey.
We
You
sound
sound
good now?
Yeah?
All right. You guys sound great too. All right, cool. All right, so where were we? So yeah, I respond to 1, 2, and I give a tussle his hair, and I'm like, I know you love a good mystery, even if you have to burn it down to start one.
Yeah. I'm just feeling so strong. And I just feel it's the spell thing. That's you can that's my catchphrase.
Spell finger?
Spell finger.
One,
like
two,
a-
spell finger.
Yeah, it's like a movie subtitle.
Well, it should be like SPIE. Here, I'll spell it for you.
Spiel finger?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spielfinger.
Spiel finger.
Oh god. Okay, so
One, two,
I
spiel finger. Maybe that's
I
what you should
pat-
call yourself.
I pat Ricky on the back and say, "We got some." Oh wait, what time is it? And I'm looking up into the sky.
About midnight.
It's time to
Hey.
buy a comb.
To the bar, guys. I'm dead. And I walk towards the stone hill and I'm fucking giving like WWE hands as I'm walking backwards, pointing to my friends.
What are
thumb.
WWE hands?
It's like a big
rated-
strong get over here kind of fingers, whole hand motion. Hang on.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Have you ever played a video game?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. So you make your way into the familiar Stonehill Inn.
I stop at the Shrine of Luck. Tell Tamira about all the great things went down.
Okay. You get in front of the Shrine of Timora, your
Yeah.
goddess,
Yeah, Tamira.
that you don't know the name of.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking break.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, all right, so
You're by yourself. You're in front of a small stone dais, and there's pots of coins and gems kind of all around it, and dice.
I drop a pearl and a gold into their respective jars.
Okay.
Let me just remove that from my stuff. And I tell her all about the things and all the harpies and how good I was. And I'm like, thanks for looking out for me, Toots.
Okay.
Good to me. And then I fucking...
Did I see him go over to talk to her?
Oof, Pete, you're
You're gonna want to turn off your camera.
Turn off your camera.
Oh, okay.
I just did a speed test and we're getting like 14 or 8 megabits per second.
Are you encoding though, Brandon?
Yes, but it's like dropping frames like mad.
Okay.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes, you sound
yeah.
fine now.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I do that and I fucking...
You do know, Ricky,
Mhm.
that it is customary to roll a dice after praying to the goddess of luck.
Oh, my man. So I roll a fucking dice, baby.
It's a die, multiple
I
dice.
roll my blooded die that landed me that fucking
I'll tell you what, actually, let's make this a little bit fun. For me, at least.
Okay.
Roll a percentile die.
Oh, I want to roll D percentile.
What is that?
That'd be a
What is that?
D100.
I can give you one. Hang on. Do you have one?
No.
I
I
have
got
one.
You need a D10, or you just 2 D10s, essentially.
Or a 100-sided die, which I have.
Oh, I have a computer. Okay, hold on. What do I need?
Type
one.
/R space D space
I got
100.
91. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay, so
Drop the hammer.
you put your pearl and your few coins in there, and you talk to Timora for a little bit. Standing up, you feel pretty damn lucky. You're feeling more lucky than usual. For the next 24 hours, you can expend a luck point to re-roll one dice of your choice.
All right.
How many luck points does he have?
1.
Oh.
Let me just look this up real quick, because this is actually a thief thing. But besides that, would you like to do anything at the shrine?
No, I fucking do a Shoryuken and float back down to the earth.
Okay, you're feeling great, even though it's midnight.
Fucking book it to shoot a couple fucking whiskeys before I go to bed.
Okay. Let's see. Thief. Where's the luck? Or maybe that was a Pathfinder thing.
Yeah, I think that's Pathfinder.
Whatever, I'll take that.
Well, so I'll say that for the next 24 hours, if you make any roll besides a damage roll, you can re-roll for and you can expend your luck point to re-roll it.
Cool.
You have to take, it's not an advantage, you have to take the second roll.
Okay, interesting. Lucky boy.
Okay, so you make your way into Stonehill Inn, old familiar Stonehill Inn.
Yeah.
It is not busy at all. In fact, there's only 2 old men kind of slouched over, drinks on tables. You don't see anyone at the tending bar at the moment.
I put in my breakfast order, and I flash a scoundrel smile at everyone, and I head to bed because I am exhausted.
You start making your way upstairs. All the doors are locked.
Gah! Gah! I don't feel lucky at all. I fucking climb out one of the windows.
There's no
Up to the
place
roof.
to sleep right now?
I mean, you didn't ask anyone.
I'm just so shocked that he didn't keep my room. I come back down and I tap him like rudely on the shoulder.
There's
Tap
no
who?
one there.
You don't see anyone.
I don't see anyone. I tap the drunk guy on the shoulder.
And I'm like, sir, excuse me, I'm Ricky Lightning, and these are my boys. And as I pat him, I pat his pocket for maybe his key.
His room key.
Mm-hmm.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
All right, not a D100. It is in fact a D20 plus 5. And I freaking kill it.
You slip your hand into both pockets. You find a gold, but you don't find a room key. He's not rooming here. He's probably living here.
Yeah, so I slam that fucking coin on the table, and I'm like, drinks for everyone.
Both old men are just sleeping with their faces in their mugs.
Yeah. So I guess I sit and I take kind of the drunken stance they've assumed at the table, and I try to sleep with them.
Okay. What will you other fellows like to be doing?
I'm gonna try to find the proprietor of this fine inn.
Okay. You walk up to the bar, put your hands on it. Doesn't seem like anyone's around.
I'll give a polite but loud, excuse me.
Oh. Out from the back, you can hear a familiar voice. It's Toblin Stonehill. Seems to be rustling awake as he comes out, wiping his eyes. He seemed to have been sleeping in the kitchen.
Sorry to disturb you, but I'm not. Do you have any rooms?
Yeah, we got plenty of them. I'm basically giving them away.
Oh, great. We'll take 4 for free.
Okay, that'll be a gold apiece.
You
for
said
all
they
you.
were free. You said they were giving them away. Thank you.
I said practically.
Oh, well, 1
Big
gold
difference.
isn't practically giving them away. That's giving them away at a significantly discounted rate, but never mind.
At this point, he slams his hands on the table. He says, "Look, I haven't been sleeping.
Why
And
not?
No one's been sleeping in here.
Why not?
Because everyone is going to that goddamn Sleeping Giant Inn ever since it reopened."
Sleeping Giant Inn reopened?
I look up and I'm like, it's all the place you blew up open. And I lean forward and I'm like, totally. And I give him a very serious, non-sleepy view. I'm like, how much would you pay for the Sleeping Giant to say close again? What would you give?
You can have this conversation, but I'm very sleepy and I would like to go to bed. Thank you. And I'll put 2 electrum coins on the counter.
2 electrons. Paying for everyone?
Jesus.
No, an electrum is half a gold.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
I do it
Stop
because
using that fucking currency.
well, it sounds like electric. That was role playing. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's stupid. All right, so you put the 2 down. He says, "Yeah," and he tosses you the key. Make your way upstairs.
Grab the key, go upstairs, go to bed.
Leaning
And I'll say,
closer.
I'll see you boys in the morning.
You're all roboting out.
Beep boop bap, boop boop beep boop bop. I'm ending the call.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, it's better now.
Barely.
Better without Pete. Hello.
What up, guys?
Is anybody downloading anything? Uploading anything?
No.
I'm streaming, but it, like I said, it's like it's a low bit rate.
Low fucking bit.
Okay,
All right,
it's
well.
better, it's better right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So I fucking lean in with my scoundrel smile, as normal, as I would want.
Mhm.
And I give him like a up eyebrow, and I'm like, so what would it take?
Take for what?
What would you give me if I could close down that sleeping giant?
He starts laughing. To do that,
And I laugh with him, and I'm like, yeah.
you'd have to take out Halia. She owns the place.
My breath, my heart quickens. I'm like, hold it up. I'm like, well, you know,
We do kind of have a thing. And I give
Is
him,
that
like,
so?
a knowing nod, and I'm like, yeah. I killed a bunch of guys for her, so, you know, she owes me.
He kind of laughs. He says, "I don't think she owes anyone anything."
And I seem annoyed. I'm like, I could close that place.
Go ahead and try, buddy.
I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I slide over that gold I put on the table to him.
Okay.
And I'm like, my drinks are on those guys and the room, please.
Come again? That was real robotish.
Oh, I said, my drinks are on these guys and the room.
Okay. Grabs the money. Hands her the key.
I pat one of them to pretend like they're my friend. I'm like, I'll see you in the morning, man. Good night. I'm like, you too, bro. And well, yeah, our pukey poopy one shoe is probably somewhere else. So I go to bed.
I go and I put down 2 gold for me and Taurus, and I go to bed.
Okay, everyone to bed. So, would you like to do anything before you spend the night sleeping?
Nope.
No way, man.
Okay. So, the morning greets you. Nice sunrise. It's clear. It's crisp. You wake up. This is the first day that you've actually slept in a bed for quite a while. You've been on the road for quite a while.
How long has it actually been? Like 4 or 5 days?
It's been like It's been almost like 5 days.
Okay.
Probably about a week on the road.
Okay.
20 health, baby. We're back in business.
Okay, so yeah, you'll regain all your health and up to half of your hit dice if you have not used those, and you can erase that point of exhaustion.
Yeah. I'm still
and
lucky as
Uh,
I would say once you after maybe a good breakfast, you'll no longer be poisoned.
Okay. I go down and I fucking eat 3 bagels from the continental breakfast.
You come down and it seems like the continental breakfast is a little less. It's a little lighter than it usually is.
What you got? What was that?
A little bit of kind of day-old bread, some hunks of dried goat. The apples are dwindling. There's
I eat 2 pounds of goat.
okay. As you start making your way through a little bit of it, Toblin comes up and pats you on the shoulder and says, "Mind saving any for the family?"
They, no, thank you very much. And then I give him a gold.
He says, "That'll do," and he walks away very content.
Yeah, I'm picking at the 1-shoe goat pile because I'm not that hungry. And I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, we gotta go get some more shit. And I'm like making a note with the magic pen. I wiggle my hand for the magic pen.
So you wiggle your hand and nothing happens.
I'm like, give me the pen, magic pen. And I open my hand widely to make a pen appear.
I fucking shoot a pen into his hand.
I'm like, holy fuck! And I'm tracing my hand on the fucking table.
The pen is glowing, and it has like a glowing radius of 10 feet. It's glowing, it has magical blue glow. It's like fucking radiating magical energy.
Yeah, as you're holding the pen, there's actually like one of the drunkards that woke up is now waking up that was sleeping at the table before. Just looks at the pen, he's like, oh, fucking God. And he just goes back to sleep, banging his head back on the table.
I'm like, what, you never seen a magical wizard stick before? Jesus Christ. And I roll my eyes and I'm like, 1-shoe, these people, huh? Savages. And I fucking start scribbling out the thing, what 1-shoe wrote on it about like Aberoth. I keep the X. I'm like, whatever, fuck that. And I start writing the to-do list of stuff we need on the map.
Okay. On the map? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, apples, right next to like where the drawing is. I'm like, apples, rations, 6 days.
I go over and look at it and say, and don't forget about the comb.
Comb. Gonna write comb, and I 2-star it. And I'm like, good point. And I crumple it up and stick it into my pocket.
Okay.
I say, let's go. Let's go to Barthen's. Here we go.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm patting him on the butt.
And I put the magic pen on my ear. And
that pen lasts for 1 hour.
All right.
What'd you say? Apples, comb. What else did you say?
I can't remember now. Apples, comb, rations, 6 days.
Right. Okay.
Let's make it 8 days. We don't know what's going on.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're
and we
heading
just
towards Barthen's.
Do it. Yeah. I got my pen.
So make your way out of Stonehill Inn, make your way up the road. Familiar scent of sawdust. In front of you as you reach Barthen's with a little door.
Yeah, oh fuck, we just fucking walk in. Try to all go in at the same time.
See Barthen in front of the counter, doing some calculations on a piece of paper. He looks up and says, "Oh, good. Oh, good."
And I'm like,
Hey,
Barthen.
it's good to see you too. I missed
Potato
you.
swallower.
That's what they call me.
So I fucking knocked the fucking calculations out of his hand. I'm like, Barthen, I'm sorry about this, but I
Steps back as you do. He's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
And I'm like, look at
Don't
this.
step
and I
off.
pull out my glowing pen and I kind of squiggle onto his table. I'm like, have you ever seen anything like this? And I roll it in my fingers.
What, the pen you're saying?
Yeah. And I'm like,
It says, yes, it's a magic conjuration.
Magic
I'm guessing the
pen.
gnome did it.
I'm like, he did.
How
Magic
did he
pen.
know?
And he's like, now, are you done ruining my counter, or are you leaving?
1 gold, really, for the pen. This one.
He's looking directly at you angrily.
And I'm like, okay, well, I
Wait,
stick the pen.
uh,
I kind of.
I put
fling
my
the pen
hand over
behind me.
Ricky's mouth and start saying, listen, he gave me a bunch of gold to buy something from you because he can't buy it from you.
He looks kind of confused.
Um,
Says,
are you familiar with the concept of no backsies?
yeah.
Thieves tradition.
Well, he said no backsies when he sold you something, so now I gotta buy it. Cause I can have backsies. I don't care. Do you have a comb? I need a comb.
He looks kind of confused for a second.
At his disgusting horns and hairless head.
And
I
then
am
he says,
Yeah.
comb?
It's like a piece of plastic with like little prongs on it.
It says, hold on a
one
second.
shoe.
Hold on.
I put my hand over his mouth and I say, he has no idea what he's talking about. We're looking for a very nice ornate comb that Ricky here. I put my hand in his mouth.
I mutter excitedly through his hand like a.
Yeah, no, that's long gone. Sorry, folks.
What happened to the comb?
And I'm like, great.
I sold it.
To who?
It was a caravaner heading out to the east. His name was Lon.
Oh,
The
by
East.
Talos' lightning!
The East?
Yeah. That's what he said he was going, at least.
How long ago?
Oh, it was about 4 or 5 days ago.
Jesus Christmas!
I say, okay, thanks,
Ricky!
Barthen. You rule.
By the way, you sold that comb like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I didn't think people would want a comb.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a
I thought
caravaner.
people would want a comb. That's why I sold it.
It was some caravaner, pretty ornately dressed. Said he was heading back east after being in Baldur's Gate for a while.
Wait,
Son of a bitch. I love that.
wait. Did he have an accent?
Yeah, I did.
Can you do your best imitation of what he sounded like?
He was a little bit stuffy like this.
Oh, was he really smelly? Did he like stink like death?
No, he smelled like perfume. Kind of enticing, actually.
Like someone would be covering up the stench of death?
Never smelt them both.
It must
at
have
the
been
same
him. Did he say his name?
Yeah.
Was it Hamun Kost?
No, he said his name was Lon.
Lon?
Mm.
How do you spell that?
Lon, L-A-N.
Did he give a surname, a family name, a place of residence?
Nope. Came in to pick up provisions on his way out.
Left with the
Notice
comb.
that-
All right, boys, let's
fancied it.
go.
Out of character, how long ago was it that we bumped into Hamun Coast? It was like 3 days ago, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 days.
Okay, Barthen, give us a minute, and I'll take Ricky and Taurus and one shoe
Counting.
aside.
When-
So the guy he's describing sounds an awful lot like Hamun Cost, but we saw him a few days ago after he supposedly bought the comb.
Listen,
One shoe, figure it out. I can't, I don't get it.
we don't need to talk to Agatha, the fucking demon beast fucking hag. Let's go and find Droop and leave Barthen alone. And fucking find the where we need to go. Let's go!
So wait, we're giving up on the Banshee? I say loudly.
Yes, we're giving up on the Banshee. Who gives a
Jesus
fuck?
Christ. Gentlemen, if you're having this discussion, please have it somewhere other than my main storeroom. And as you see it, like, there's actually an old woman trying to make her way in to buy something. Like, trying to shuffle past
I
you.
look at her and I give her like an angry glare.
Wait, but
And I'm
Barthen,
like,
don't you
we're
wanna
adventurers.
hang out and like get a drink sometime?
I could think of nothing I'd want to do less, sir.
All right, so tomorrow then, and I'll give him a wave as we walk out.
All right, so we walk out, and I'm like, this is a blessing in disguise. Banshees are probably awful. We don't hang out with them.
No, they are awful.
There you go, and I give them fucking huge point, big high five, and I'm like, agreed. One shoe's got it. Banshees suck. Let's check out the Sleeping Giant. It's gonna put our friend out of business, but there's probably a good reason.
That is so minor and not important. Is all you are you only after gold? Do you want to spend your whole life in Phandalin? Just burning buildings and knocking over inns?
I mean, don't make me choose.
Well, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to look for Droop.
Yeah.
And I
Droop.
storm out a
Droop's
little
important.
irritatedly.
And I'm like, this fucking imp. And
let's-
I chase him down.
Let's go, guys. Fucking suit up. Can we? Okay, so a little bit out of character. How far did we decide Droop is away from us?
Well, let's go to the map.
Are we looking at like 2 days journey, 3 days journey?
So,
Those comb rations.
you know that there is the only lead you have is that there's a potato farm a little north of Leylon.
A potato farm. Okay, so that's where we're going. How far away would we venture to guess that is?
That would be by a trail.
Yeah.
By trail.
It's about 40, 45 miles away.
45 miles a day. So that's like 2 days or a day and a half's trip.
That'd be traveling, camping, traveling.
Okay. Okay. I say, okay, let's go. And I fucking point and I'm doing my signature hands, walking backwards, trying to get everybody to come with me. And I say, everybody ready to go? Ricky?
And I'm like, dude. And I see the bustling outside of the Sleeping Giant. And I see Iswal looking annoyed. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, we'll go.
All right.
Yeah, as you look at the Sleeping Giant, what was once just a rundown hovel is now, you can see there's actually like strings of like those Asian kind of like lantern bulbs that kind of hang in strings. Those are out front.
Oh, like the thing that's in our kitchen, guys, from the luau party.
Yeah. I get it.
There's jovial music very loudly coming from there, and there's a couple ladies out front in kind of states of undress that are kind of fondling with guys who are pretty nasty looking.
I love it.
How nasty?
The guys, they look as nasty as you guys.
I don't look nasty.
Well, besides Ricky, no, they look like miners and stuff. The women look like hookers. To Ricky, you're like, yeah, they look like working ladies.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like Holly is putting this place on the map for maybe reasons that it wasn't meant for before.
Yeah, but even people that work all day want fast food sometimes. Okay, well, either way, we decided to go fucking leave. Even
I don't know what that means, really.
Well, you know it's bad for you.
Right. Oh yeah, sure.
You eat it anyways.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we head out. Remembering something or another about owing something to our boy. What was his name? Way back when? No. The guy with the sword.
Sildar?
Sildar, yeah. And I'm like, oh, Sildar, okay.
We're trying to find Gundren for Sildar.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you guys are hitting the road.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that fucking road, baby.
On our way.
You can make it to. Let's see.
Can I buy a fucking cart from someone? I fucking
You can
grab
inquire
a
about
cart.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, yeah, I do fucking. I'm like, shit. Fuck yeah. And I walk over to our boys at the Sleeping Giant, and I fucking tap a fucking lady.
You're going to the Sleeping Giant?
Yeah, and I'm like, come here. And I
Okay,
buy
as
a
you
fucking-
step out, you step outside the Sleeping Giant, and there is just there's like quite a few people in there. Looks like a younger crowd than you're used to at the other one. What's the other one? Shit.
Yeah, the bad one.
Yeah, Stonehill Inn.
Yeah.
And there's 3 ladies out front. One of them's dwarvish. The other 2 are human. Look youngish. As they come up, they kind of swirl their finger around your cheek and say, "Hey, tall one, how you doing?"
And I'm like, I am always good. It's Ricky Lightning, actually. But,
Ricky, we have no time. I say
As
loudly,
you say
like,
lightning, both of the other girls, lightning.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, no, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I need a horse. I need a caravan. What do you got for me?
As soon as you see this, the smile on her face drops and says, "Can help you," and walks away.
Yeah, and I give Iswal a thumbs up. Like, I've got this. And I walk into the fucking tavern.
Okay, as you walk in, you saw this place before you fought the Red Brands here, a long time ago. Well, I mean, not that long ago, but you know what I mean.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but like actually like 4 months ago, and in real time. And now it's completely rebuilt, and there are dark red, not like the Red Brands, but like crimson sashes hanging, pink sashes hanging, instead of. And there's only a couple tables, but there's mostly just pillow beds kind of set into the sides,
So it's a
where there
whorehouse.
are ladies feeding guys.
It's a whorehouse.
Groups of chunks of bundles of grapes. There's guys feeding guys. There's dwarves feeding half elves. It seems like everything goes here.
Yeah.
And there is a bar that with some it reeks of incense in here. You're pretty familiar with the smell of being around water deep.
Yeah, I fucking pick a grape off 2 fucking elves feeding each other, give them a wink. And,
Hey!
And I'm like, yeah, I know you're kind. And then I move to the front of the bar and I put both my hands on the bar, give a boyish smile and say, I'm looking for a caravan. Where do you think I can get one?
All right, this live half-elven woman comes drifting
Is
up.
that what I'm looking for? A caravan?
You're looking for
thing?
a cart.
I have
cart.
no idea what you're looking for.
I'm looking for a cart. Okay, I said a cart. I need a cart.
All
and
right,
some
so
posts.
as you sit down, this lithe half-elven woman, she seems older, but with graceful movement, comes up and says, "I'm sorry, dear, what was it you were looking for?"
Cart.
Well, we don't have one of those.
And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm sure that someone as beautiful as you, but no.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
And I'm like, I agree, I definitely agree. So where do you think I can get one of these carts?
I've only arrived in this town, I'd say about 5 days ago, so I can't help you.
I'm like, sure there's someone behind there, and I give a twirl of my finger. At least a week's worth of time.
She said if there was anybody that was a smith, someone that dealt in armed goods, perhaps?
I'm like, good point. Good point. It's great to meet you. Ricky Lightning. And I drop a copper on the table.
It's been a pleasure, Ricky.
And I leave. And I'm like, it's Ricky Lightning.
And she says,
What-
fangs are welcome anytime.
I'm like, I thank you. Anytime. I will be back. And I give a huge hug to 2 of the ladies and leave. And I run back to Iswal, who's probably still standing there. And I'm like, Iswal! Get in the cart! I know exactly where we can get one. The great elven woman, she wanted me to stay, but I wouldn't. And she told me that I could
I interrupt him and just say, "Why do you need a cart anyway?"
Think of these poor corns are gonna last 2 more days walking to the potato field?
Corn?
Yes, Iswal.
What?
It's a people expression. You wouldn't get it. You have hooves. You're disgusting. Look at these things.
So wait a
Ricky,
minute. You
if-
want
if
us
you
to
take
get
a-
a
if you
cart
take a
so
cart-
no, hang on. You want us to get a cart so we can put you on it and pull you?
I mean, now that you say it like that, it sounds so bad. Thinking maybe we get a horse. You
I
and a
turn
horse
to One
would
Shoe
do
and
well.
I say, "Let's keep going, One Shoe."
And of like shocked, and I'm like, what are you guys thinking?
Unless you're inquiring to get some horses, Ricky. Also, do any of you guys even know how to ride horses? I obviously can ride a horse very well, by the
So,
way.
in 5th edition, you do not need a specific riding skill.
Yeah, I fucking ridden horses all my childhood. I was in the car.
Okay, can you
I know
go-
all sorts of stuff about horses.
Why don't you go and get us a quote on 4 horses?
Jeez.
And let us know how much it costs. If we want to do that, we can make it to the potato farm in one day.
And I'm like, fuck. 4 horses? I was thinking he'd just walk. And I waved to our T-posed friend. Okay, so I fucking make my way
We're
to
gonna fucking gallop all over there, and I start walking towards the horse store.
horse
The
store, yeah.
horse store.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll
Horse and
say
cart, buddy.
there's a livery next to the Lion
Alright.
Shield coster. As you come up, there is a man. He seems to be in his early 30s, mid 30s. Comes up, human. Someone comes up and he says, "Hi, can I do anything for you?"
I give him the normal people handshake, let him know that I'm not with these fucking weirdos.
Okay, he shakes
And
your
I'm
hand like a
like-
human.
Yeah, and I'm like, human, my human. And I'm like, so I'm looking for 4 horses, maybe a cart and 2 oxen. What do we got?
Oh,
What's our good deal? What can you do for someone as good as me?
hold on a
Ricky
second.
Lightning it is.
4 horses, a cart.
Or a cart or 2 oxen.
I'm with him. I say 4 horses, please. We're just looking for 4 horses.
Well, 4 horses, 75 gold apiece. That's 300 gold for 4 horses.
That
4
will
horses,
not do,
okay.
my man.
These is this to rent or own?
To own
75 gold for a horse?
per horse.
35, huh? It's a good deal.
That'd be 75, my friend.
Okay, well, let's talk about it then.
Okay.
Okay,
like,
so I fucking turn around and I'm looking at Ricky and I say, a horse isn't a terrible idea.
Like, I literally love the idea of owning a horse and you having to feed it, wouldn't you?
No, you will feed your horse. Everyone and is Iswal and fucking Arthos with us.
Yeah.
Taurus? Yeah,
Yes.
everyone's together.
I'm like, okay,
Well, I mean,
gotta see
unless
these
Iswal
fucking
isn't.
horses.
It's okay.
No, I assume I am.
Okay, I say two things. One, if we're gonna buy horses, we're all buying horses. Who is opposed to buying a horse?
Not me. Let's buy a horse, and I slam
Eh.
down 73 gold pieces.
And is anyone
My man.
is anyone familiar with taking care of horses?
Yeah,
Nope.
feed them, water them, just like a plant. Let me see those fucking horses. Let's see what you got.
I put my hand to my chin and I'm racking my brain about my horse knowledge.
Okay.
And I'm like, what do I?
I mean, well, you wouldn't. You know what a horse is.
I do.
You do not have a lot of experience with horses, Ricky. Although you do, as you spend a lot of time in the circus. Are you taking a look at the horses for sale?
Yeah.
Okay, so he leads you back. Says, "Yeah, this way, this way." He leads you back. There are. It's a small stable. It's actually close to where the apple orchard is. A little bit offside that, and you see about 10 horses of different sizes. He points. He says, "Those for their riding horses. Those would be the ones that'd be up for sale." And if you want to
So
take a look at them,
Yeah, I take a look at those. I kind of check out what the just like as a quick glance, do I see any like better looking horses? Anything like looking a little bit hotter?
looking around,
The
make a
Trying
you
to
know
look
what? Based
at
based
the Seabiscuit.
yeah, well, based on your history in the
Ooh.
circus, make a dexterity check.
Okay.
I know that sounds a little weird.
No, I'll let it happen. I thought you were gonna say acrobatics, and I'd be kind of
Well,
cool with that.
yeah, that too. But dexterity, you didn't do a lot of your acrobatics on horses, but you spent a lot of time sleeping in horse beds.
Or was I
Sleeping in
sleeping with horses? I was like,
Well,
whoa.
then I mean maybe
19,
Okay, so you see about 10 horses out. You see 10 bipedal, four-legged creatures. You see, you see 4 riding horses. You see 2 draft horses, which you know are kind of more for manual labor. You see a couple. You see two. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. You see two really large horses that seem like they're the real deal. Maybe like they're the studs of the crowd, and you see two donkeys.
Okay.
I walk up to the donkey and say, "This one looks great."
And I'm like, I literally love that one.
Says they'll be 8 gold apiece.
I'm like, can that support our big friend here? And I shake his horns aggressively.
They have a carrying capacity of 420 pounds.
Iswell.
420.
Do not buy. Iswell. Do not buy that horse.
But it's so cheap.
That's a bad horse.
But it's so cheap.
Don't buy that horse.
But I can save 60,
You will not buy
70
that
gold.
So,
We can get you on this one.
Ricky, you know that this donkey has a speed of 40 feet and can carry 420 pounds.
420.
So is that slower or faster than a regular horse?
That's much slower.
That
think
is
a horse
quite a
probably
bit
has, like,
slower
speed
than a
like
riding
60
horse.
Or like 100.
Yeah, a riding horse can go 60 feet.
It's
Okay,
double
so-
our movement speed, so we can make a day and a half trip 3/4 of a day.
That is correct.
All right, so I after kind of assessing it, I pat the horses and I think they look kind of good, they're healthy, they're not gonna die on me.
The 4 riding horses, yeah, they look. I mean, you've seen better because you've seen better kept horses because of the circus, but they look like they're healthy enough.
All right, so
My good man, I say, does this 75 gold? Is this all the pieces of the horse that you sit on it with all of the pieces?
Well, funny enough, you should ask. No, this does not come with saddles.
Okay, so new rule: because you didn't tell us about saddles, and no one in their right mind would buy a riding horse without fucking saddles, and I'm getting pissed.
Okay.
I'm
These-
like, this fucking...
We will pay 75 because that's what we planned on. I think, and I point at the 4 riding horses, and I think these ones will do, and I look at the coolest one, and I'm like, this is my friend. This is me, and so yeah, 75 gold, and I take out my purse, and I'm like, and I start counting it. And
Wait, so you want 75 gold for each?
75 gold per each horse.
Okay. I mean, that's what he offered. So you're not. Are you trying to intimidate him? I kind of missing what's going on.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
understand either.
He said, funny you should ask that.
Oh yeah. 75 gold per riding horse.
But that
Yeah.
doesn't
That
include a
comes-
saddle.
That does not include any
Yeah.
tack, harness, or draw.
Yeah.
So I stop him and I'm like, this fucking guy's crazy. You're giving us those saddles.
I say,
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Persuasion is that a 6? It is a 6.
Unless you're trying to be intimidating.
No, I'm just like not being that good.
It says, no, I'm not giving you those saddles.
And so I shrug, I fix my hair, and I'm like, obviously you would never give me the saddles. I will give you this, and I pull out a glowing coin.
You left that in the mouth of the aboleth.
No, he got it back.
Oh, I
Once
had
he got it back, baby.
Ricky, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the glowing coin, and I'm like, this thing.
Well, did one shoe give it to you?
I did give it to him.
Of course he did. So I let him look, but I pull it away. I don't give him too much of it.
Wait a second. And I pull Ricky aside. You know that's not a good deal.
That's a good coin. I know.
Well, it's a really good coin, but to cast that spell, it cost me. I thought it was like 400 gold. Hang on.
It was a ruby.
Yeah. Continual flame.
So I flick it back into my
50. Yeah,
mouth.
it's a 50. It cost me a ruby that cost 50 gold.
So as you flick it out, he says, "Oh," and then you flick it back. He says, "Oh, hold on a second. What was that?"
I'm like,
Stop
and I'm
me
like,
ruining the
okay,
business.
what about this? So this coin, and I
Yeah.
kind of pop it out of my mouth again.
Yeah. Oh.
And I'm like, this coin.
Okay.
What is that? What am I looking at? Is this some kind of magic or something?
And I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is an ancient aboleth coin.
Ancient
From the
apples.
race beyond time. From the underrealm
He starts
being
to step back.
very-
He says, is it cursed? Is it dangerous?
Like, no, in fact, it brings untold riches and luck. And I'm like, obviously, I have no way to prove this. We found it deep in a crystal aboleth in a cave. Okay, perception check or a perception check? Deception. What is that called? Deception is only a 4. Okay, come on. Let's get a good roll going. Okay.
Okay, so he looks at all of you and says, you do look like the adventuring type.
And I'm like,
Crystal Aboleth Cave?
yeah, and I'm like, of course. We have it on our map right here. And I show him the map.
He says, Aboleth.
And I'm like, no, well, I mean, I don't want you to have too much information about it. It's got the secret enchantment on it. We don't want to just give that out. I don't want to cause any harm to you guys. And
I stop.
2 horses with saddle.
I say, it just so happens that we actually have, and I discreetly, behind my back, I conjure a coin into my hand.
What are you doing?
I'm conjuring a coin that looks exactly like that coin into my hand.
Okay.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're doing, but I say, I'll give you this coin, 2 horses and a saddle. And I'm like, obviously we'll pay for the other one. We're honest people here.
2 horses saddled each.
Yep, and we'll pay for the 75 for the last one.
He says, how does this thing work? How can I accumulate wealth with this?
And I say, see? And I pop it back in my mouth. I say, keep it on your tongue like this. And I open my mouth and it's a big glow. And I'm like, just shine it stuff you want to be good.
Do I bury it somewhere? Do I pray to something?
No, keep it in your mouth.
And then what? Money just happens?
I'm sort of
like,
sweating and looking around nervously as all this goes on, and I say, yeah, but we really need that coin. I can't keep using all my rubies.
He says, no. It sounds like a good deal.
No.
Fine.
No,
2 horses.
Ricky,
2 horses with
wait.
the saddles. If you're paying for the rest of them, though, that'll be well. Let's make it 100. Let's make it 150 for all the rest to be saddled.
I'm like,
Oh, both of the. So wait a minute. A horse costs as much as a saddle?
Saddle costs. Well, the ones I have, 10 gold apiece.
So wait, it's 150 to saddle 2 horses.
No, that's including the cost of the horses.
Oh,
So
Wait.
the coin plus 150 will give you 4 horses, 4 saddles.
that's not a good deal. I take the coin out of Ricky's hand and I say, we'll pay you. No. Wait. And then I pull one shoe aside, still holding the coin, and I say, it costs 50 gold to cast this spell. We could just pay 10 gold for each saddle and still have the coin and not need another 50 gold ruby.
Yeah.
oh, so you got some good fucking math. And I grabbed the coin and put it back in my mouth. And I'm
Oh,
like,
gross!
I'm
It was
just
in his
making
mouth, and then I
money
start like
over
wiping my hand on my shirt like hard.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm like wiping my hand on my shirt because I remember it was in his mouth.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm making money over here, man. I
conjure a coin in my hand,
Okay.
conceal it,
Okay.
and I say, we will give you this. I say, deal, and then I go to hand him the coin.
Hold on a second. You're using minor conjuration?
Yes.
Okay. Minor. That's your. Do you do that once a day?
I don't know.
It's important to know because you cast this to make the pen.
I made a pen earlier today.
Okay.
I also need to know what the DC for investigation to know that it's a magical spell, not a real item.
What's that?
He's talking about the guy, so he knows he's being tomfooled.
Let's see. So that would be under. That's under your school,
Yeah,
right?
I don't. It can be conjured multiple times.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yep. So this is under your arcane tradition. What's your conjuration? Minor conjuration.
It's very quick under there.
Yep.
It's right there.
More than 10 pounds, form a non-magical. It is visible, magical, radiant. After 1 hour, when you use this feature again, or it takes. Okay.
What? Hello.
Hey. Yep. So you're using this. Yeah, you can just do it. Okay, but it's only gonna last an hour.
Yes. True.
Okay.
True facts.
So, see that this guy
All right.
This guy's a dummy.
Thinking what he's gonna do, I fucking go over to one shoe. I go, you can get fucking kicked out of the town, you know.
Well, it's too late because he's already handing it over.
All right.
It's already happening.
This guy looks at you and says, "You have another one?"
Yeah, 2, man.
Well, fine. And he snatches it from your hand.
And I saw the other one in my mouth, and I'm like, and grow rich.
He says, "I'll tell you what. Give them both to me, and you have the whole bit. You have it all for these 2 coins."
These are very rare. I've only seen 3 in my life, and we have 2 of them here. We'll do the 150 gold. And what's that?
Fine enough.
And then I hand him 75 gold.
Okay.
And I look at Iswal, and kind of like urge him to cough up 75 gold.
I'm hesitant, but I hand him the gold.
Okay, 75.
So I lean over to one shoe, and I'm like, if any of my fucking thieving experience, you're fucked us so bad.
He says, very well. It'll take, it'll take about 45 minutes to get the horses ready.
And I'm like, "Ugh."
Perfect.
No, so I hear it.
You better get right to it.
There's right away, Master. No,
I hear it, and out of just the animal boy I am, I say, you know what, man? I want to give you this one instead. And I roll it in my fingers, and I go, this is a good one. This is a good
Well,
shit.
what's the difference?
I'm like, well, you know, sentimental value. You see what I'm saying? That one, my father died on the side of the moon-sized monster. What? You never heard that before?
He looks, as soon as you say it, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know, man. And I fucking say, this coin.
Says, fine, whatever gets your rocks off. And he hands the other one back to one shoe.
No, but I grab it and I put it back in my mouth. And I'm like, hey,
Wait, which one are you putting back in your mouth?
The enchanted one.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Wait, so you're just grabbing it, so he's handing it back, okay, so you don't need to do
I'm
that.
grabbing the one that you're going to give back to one.
He's just losing us money.
Right, so he hands you back to...
You're gonna fucking get us kicked out of this
Pop it back in your mouth.
forever.
He's heading out towards the barn. He has 2 farmhands, 2 young kids. They look like they're like 14, 15. He's like, hey, come here, Daryl, here. And they start bringing out harness and tackle. They start wrapping around the horses. Yeah, so this is going to take him a little bit of time to kind of suit them all up. I mean, he's giving them the full saddle with the saddlebags, all that shit.
So I take Iswal to the corner of the room, and I take one shoe, and I'll be like, look, Ricky, look, one shoe, there's a reason I'm not allowed in Leon anymore, all right? And
there's a reason why you'll no longer be able to see anything next time we're in a cave, which we do frequently.
No, but here's what I do. I pull out my fucking golden frog with what? Fucking ruby eyes. And I'm like, here you go, my friend. And I hand it to Iswal.
That doesn't do anything.
Break his fucking eyes out.
That doesn't do anything. I'm yelling very loudly.
Yeah.
That is a frog. And I take the frog and I take it back. This is my frog.
At this point, Darab is looking back and says, is everything all right there, fellas?
Everything's fine, sir. Thank you
We're
very
excited.
much. And I put it back in my thing, and I said, I was trying to help you, and you just... Iswal, can you make him another coin?
No. Yeah, can I? Yes, but I'm not going to because he's an idiot.
Okay. Also,
fine.
Ricky,
Give me the frog back.
No, keep the frog. He doesn't deserve it.
also,
You know I'm
Ricky,
taking your
you owe
fucking
me
horses, Wall.
You owe me 37.5 gold. Also.
And I'm like, you guys are evil. You know? I haven't seen an eviler group of people here. And I thought I was bad.
No, Ricky, you just tried to get rid of something that Iswal asked you not to get rid of.
Not to mention the fact that we could have just sold the frog and then had more gold.
Good
Get rid
point.
of the frog? That's the frog that keeps your voice. That's an important frog.
I smack
Frog-
myself in the
We got
forehead
that
and I walk
frog.
outside muttering to myself about Talos and smiting and...
I'm like, I had no idea Iswal is such an intelligent character.
Okay.
So I demand the frog back with absolute anger. I say, that frog, unlike you, has sentimental value. That was our first adventure together before you guys became evil tricksters.
I didn't know you cared about us so much, Ricky.
Care about that frog.
Oh. Okay. Well,
The fun me and that frog. And I'm like, and my team used to have.
and your team? What do you mean your team?
I
You mean
had a whole
us?
team. I was the leader of a really cool team.
Which team is this?
You know.
You're not talking about the Neverwinter Boys, are you?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Okay, Ricky, you give me 37.5 gold right now. I'm sorry. I was trying to save you money and your sight. This frog cannot see anything. You can't see in the dark. We basically live in caves.
Yeah, but I thought all you needed is a ruby, and he's got 2 ruby eyes. That's how you construct the spell.
Is it? I don't know. I didn't even know what
Yes,
this...
it is.
It is?
Yeah, I remember how to make the spell.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's great.
That's why I was like, he's got 2 ruby eyes.
Yeah, but the thing is that the amount of money wasn't worth it. That's all. That was the problem. It's not worth it. It was better. Trick this motherfucker. Who cares about Phandalin? This place sucks anyway. But I understand where your head's at. Now give me 37.5 gold, please.
I give you 35 3/4 gold, and I'm like, you're gonna have to clip this piece.
I need 37.5 gold, please, Ricky.
Alright, do I even have 37? I do. I actually have a lot of gold. Alright, give you 37.5 gold, which brings my total to... Jesus, I gotta like do some like minor math here.
Yeah, I have like 20 gold left.
Okay, at this point, Darib saying, they're just about ready if you want to come get them.
Alright, sweet! And then I go and I start looking at the horses.
Okay. You walk out back. There are 4 all lined up with saddles, basic saddles, nothing fancy. Basic saddlebags with the harness and tackle all across them. For you, one shoe, you come up to their ankle, their knee. You stand these are very large horses. They all seem well-mannered. They don't seem to spook as you all approach, or as you approach. And he says, yes, for Phandalin's finest. And he's just, as he's saying, he's just looking at this glowing coin in his hand. He's like, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man. But keep that in your mouth.
Says, I'll probably wash it first. No offense.
I'm like, oh, it's your funeral, whatever.
Yeah, but, anyways, they're yours to ride out if you want. And he opens up the gate to the back, which you can ride out of.
All right. So wait, what's my horse look like?
Your horse, it's a paint.
Yes.
It's white and brown, speckled across the face. Most of the face is actually kind of cut in half. Half of it is kind of a light, like a light chocolate brown. The rest is a very nice, clean white, and the rest is spotted all the way back.
That's the one that he grabbed?
Yeah.
What does the next horse look like? I choose it. I say I want this horse.
I'll say there are 4 horses. It's also funny that you guys bought 4 horses, but
Why is that
so
funny?
because you definitely didn't need 4 horses.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah, one of them's a gnome. One of them's a dwarf.
What's wrong with that?
You're really tiny. Horses can carry a lot, but you have 4 horses nonetheless. So,
But they move fast.
so far there's a painted horse, white and brown. There's one that is
That's the one I have.
There's one that is pitch black with gray eyes. There is one that is completely chocolate brown, like brown hair almost colored, with a large mane, a nice flowing mane that comes over it. Seems to have been cared for very nicely. And there's another one that is completely white.
All right. Well, I got the painted one, and
I grabbed the white horse.
So you get on Shadowfax.
No.
They have names.
Uh,
No, well that's a Lord of the Rings joke.
Oh.
So you get on the white one, Isabel?
Yeah, I take the worst looking one.
Well, that depends. There's a brown one with a nice mane and a pitch black one with blue eyes.
Pitch black one with blue eyes.
Okay, you jump on the pitch black one.
Worst one. And I'm like, man, you look pretty fucking evil up there, like a big.
Taurus takes the brown one with
centaur.
the long mane. He says, yes. Now please ride out of the stables. I got some business to attend to. And Darab flips the coin back in his hand, and it glows back up and down as he falls.
And I'm like, my man, don't spend it all in one place.
You know me, or you don't. Whatever. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my friend.
You know me. Wait, I'm sorry. You don't.
I'm just a minor character. You don't know anything about me.
So would you guys like to? Are you guys riding out?
Fucking ride our beautiful horses. I'm feeding mine the fucking carrots I definitely stole there. Oh wait, no, I bought a bunch of horse provisions, whatever horses need to be fed.
Horses eat grass.
Okay, well, I buy some grass.
You
No,
don't
I
need-
buy
You
them.
don't need to buy grass.
I buy some treats. I buy some carrots or beets or whatever horses want to eat. And also, I spent some fucking gold and got us 8 days worth of rations.
Okay, so all that around, that'd be 5 gold all around.
Alright, let me just fucking deal that out. Ooh. Okay.
So you guys are heading out of Phandalin on your way
Yeah.
to where?
we're going to the potato farm.
Going to the potato farm. Okay. So
I think that may have to end it for me tonight.
Yeah, this is it for me. as
okay,
well.
let me just do one more.
All right, of course.
We'll end it on a interesting note.
Interessant.
At least I think it's.
Salt note.
Okay, so
Before we leave, I conjure stink, and that
Yay!
it cost me 10 gold.
cost you 10 gold in like a couple hours or something.
Yes.
Yeah, you did that in the interim. So after a lot of focusing on this brazier of fire, you see a little pizza-headed rat back being in the ether now with you. Okay, so you make your way out of Phandalin on a bright sunny day. It takes you pretty much the entire day to get to the point in the high road. Actually, you get out of Phandalin, you make your way down the Tribord Trail. It's a very familiar situation. You've seen the Tribord Trail. You actually pass by where you first encountered those first goblins with the dead horses on your first adventure.
I cover his eyes so he doesn't have to see the horror of another dead horse.
Well, they're not there anymore.
Okay, well.
Wait, whose eyes are you covering?
My horse's eyes.
Oh, sure. So you cover your horse's eyes. He kind of shakes you off as he can't see. And you
Scary.
but yeah, you make it past actually, that spot where you first encountered the goblins and then had to go up into that goblin encampment way long ago when you first found Sildar. Make your way past that back onto the high road, and the high road is very well paved. It's trotted down. It's very nicely trimmed at the sides so that you actually see fields and farms. It's much more populated. Occasionally, you actually even see a guard of a Neverwinter guard, like a highwayman, coming up and down, just making sure that there's no banditry or anything like that. Travel on the high road is very nice compared to what you guys have been dealing with for a while. Nice beaten tracks. Now you've got these horses, all 4 of you, side by side, fucking trotting all the way down the trail. Feels great. You guys share some nice tales and some camaraderie. You eat some rations, I assume.
Yeah. Eat a carrot, feed a carrot,
Eat a carrot, feed a carrot.
take a carrot, split a carrot.
So, as you are going down the road, pretty much, so we're riding horses, so 5 minutes. So that'd be 20 miles. 20. So about a little after noon, maybe about 2 or 3 o'clock. You're going along, and you're actually getting into what seems to be more dense farmland. There seems to be more and more farms you see. Less thicket, less trees and such, and more stretches of farms. You see the houses dotted. occasionally among them, and you're seeing them every couple, maybe 10, 15 minutes. You're seeing another stretch of farmland, another stretch of farmland. And as you come up to where Sildar told you Alkin Farms was around, you see a kind of a purplish thing, maybe about 10, 15 feet down the road. You can't quite make it out. What would you like to do?
So I'll kind of just like stop, and I'm like, fuck, a purple thing.
Actually, I'd like you all to make perception checks.
Oh boy. What's my perception? Like +4? Yeah, 13? Well, I suppose I'll type it.
13? 16?
Whoa, that was a long fucking roll to lose.
Okay. So everyone besides Ricky, actually.
I didn't roll, and I rolled a 20.
Oh, you rolled a
Gee.
20. Oh, sorry, I thought that was someone else.
And you got some golden...
Well, actually, no, Ricky sees this too. It looks like an overturned carriage. A purple overturned carriage with a lot of elaborate designs on the side. There's no horse there. You're probably about 20 feet out. You can't quite make it out, but it looks like an overturned purple carriage.
I'm sitting on my horse, and I'm like, let's go, John, and I fucking kick it, and I start riding over, and I fucking hop off my horse, and I start like digging through this. I'm like foaming at the mouth.
Okay, so as you get to the carriage, it's actually two carriages, tied with braces, and then what would be like a driving platform in front of them. No horses. The ties for the horses seem to have fallen flat. Seems to have hit like a large rock in the road and overturned. On top of and they're both painted completely purple. On the top of one of them, it says Dr. Viger's Big Cats. Over the top of one, and you can see on the sides there are bars.
How do you spell Viger?
Veegar.
I love this.
Dr. Vigar's Big Cats. And you can see on the side of one of them, it's turned over onto its side. They're almost like prison bars, like bars on the side. That's what you see. And you see
Big Cats.
Dr. Viger's Big Cats.
That's like the best thing I've ever
And
heard.
you see next to the driving platform a man in a purple doublet lying bloodied and dead with his throat ripped out.
Okay, so I look at these two carriages. So they look like they were like barred. They were carrying something. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's like a zoo cart that was carrying
Okay.
like big lions for a
Does
zoo.
it look like they've been bent or broken, or there's like the back's open or something like that? Is there anything in there? Like, what does it look like?
The back of the back cart is definitely open. Yeah, so they're the two carts. The back one has the bars on the back and a barred door on the back, which is flung open as it's on its side. The second one, which is also on its side, doesn't have the barred doors. It just seems to be like a storage cart.
Okay, I want to take a look, investigate the open cart and see if I can identify what kind of animal it is, other than a big cat.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Okay. 22.
22. My goodness.
Jesus Christ.
So you look inside, and you don't pick up any bits of hair or anything in there. But what you notice, specifically you, being a mage, is that you actually see several broken glyphs on the insides of
What's glyph? I'm sorry.
A glyph is a circular magical
soul?
pattern.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
And actually, with that high of investigation, there are two on each of the. There are three. No, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. One on each side of the cart, and besides the door with the bars. Do you get what I'm saying? Every wooden surface had one of these. They're about they're about 10 inches by 10 inches circles with glyphs on them, and you know these to be glyphs of holding.
Okay.
and they are broken.
So I'm fucking moving up because I see one shoe's like fucking touching it and not
I say,
dying yet.
Stop.
So it feels safe.
This is not safe. Everyone get on alert. This cage, obviously there's a dead guy here. This cage was protected by magic, and in addition to all the bars and the fact that it's a cage. Whatever was in here was either incredibly strong or incredibly strong and magical.
I hop off my horse, who is also named John, and I'm like,
The
hold on.
Johns. It's the 4 Johns.
Yeah, it's the Johns. So I take a couple steps. So I read the name. Does Dr. Viger ring a bell in my life? Do I know?
Roll a history check.
Oh, it's so bad, man. Okay, well, that's not that bad.
Okay. Yes.
Being a circusman.
Yes, no, definitely. You've heard of Dr. Viger's cats. It's more of an institution than one man. It's a company actually that travels along the Sword Coast between the larger traveling circuses, delivering big cats, holding big cats, and other less than controllable things to bring to circuses to amaze
Dangerous
the audiences.
creatures.
Oh yeah, dangerous creatures for
All
sure.
right.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
But
So-
they usually bring them along to different circuses. The circuses pay them to show off the cats, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah!" And that's the idea.
Mhm. So I'm like, yeah, once you like, for the first time, I think you're right. Like,
The first time?
yeah, and I'm like, well,
I know.
whatever. Dr.
I know.
Vigers, I've seen the big monsters, not just cats. They, it's really scary for the lesser folk, and I issue a hand to Taurus, and I'm like, we're talking dangerous monsters.
Scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect. I would hate to be fucking Viger over here, and I'm looking at that dead body, and I'm like, hee hee. No good came of that.
Are you looking over the body, or
Yeah, I'm looking over that body.
What would you want? What did you want to do, Wanshu?
Like he can keep talking. I'm gonna survey the area to see if there's any immediate dangers or indications of us being watched or stalked or anything like that.
Yeah.
You can Wanshu make a survival check, and Ricky make an investigation check.
All right, investigation. I'm doing all the ones I don't know. All right, well,
I rolled
fucking
one.
That again. I got a 6.
6 on investigation.
Yeah.
So for you, and you got a 1 Wanshu for survival. Oh my goodness.
Survival.
You can see there's blood tracks all around, especially where the throat got ripped out. But there also seems to be more blood kind of just all around the area. They seem to go somewhere, but you lose the track really quick. It goes somewhere, but you can't tell. Ricky, you walk up to the man. He has a purple doublet, now dark purple, covered in blood because his throat's been ripped open and obviously he bled out on himself. You start to kind of pat around him. You find on him a whip.
Ooh, I take that fucking whip. I take that whip and I
He's
put it
literally
around
a lion tamer.
And
Yeah.
you find it's about 8 inches around a glass globe in one of his larger breast pockets.
All right.
I see that, and I walk over immediately.
I see him coming, and I fucking raise it to a height that he would not be able to reach. And I begin looking at this globe. Let me know about that globe.
Hey, make an Arcana check.
Oh my god! Another -1 fucking roll for me.
Okay, 13. It's definitely not just a glass globe. There's something about it, but you're not really sure.
All right, so finally, kind of rolling it Fushigi style. I kind of bring it down to one shoe, but I'm holding it, and I'm like and I'm pretty tight, a lot tighter than a gnome would be able to pry out of my strong man hands. And I'm like, what do we got, one shoe? What is this? Look at it.
Okay. Sorry. I'll let Wooj talk.
So you're grabbing it?
Yes.
Okay, make a Arcana check.
Okay.
Unless you have like
explain advantage. Do I get to roll 2d20 and then add modifier, or just 2d20?
Why? What's the advantage for?
It's one.
I have racial advantage on.
Oh, that's right. Gnome cunning, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
actually Artificer's lore.
Oh yeah. So roll 2d20. You'll take the higher of the two rolls. That's before adding your. Not that it matters, but before.
Highest one was a 10.
Okay, so 10 plus your.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, so 15.
Jesus.
That is just enough. You've seen this before. This is a drift globe.
Whoa. What is a drift globe?
A drift globe, if you give me a second.
Oh, okay.
I thought it ended there also. I was like, nice.
Nope. Cancel. Edit. In player's journals. One shoe. So if you go to your journal, one shoe.
Okay.
Can we all go to the journal, or should we not go to the journal?
Well,
You
he's
can
the only
only
one
go
that's
there if he shares it with
Yeah.
you.
he's the only one that sees this currently.
Okay.
Do you see the
And-
thing that says drift globe?
Okay, do I just read this all by myself?
It's up to you. You can do. This is you as you're kind of thinking about this. You look at it and you see this kind of shimmering glass globe, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this is what it is. I remember this from my textbook." So you remember this.
All right, I pull it back up. I'm starting to pull it back up, and I'm like, what do we got here?
No, one shoe's got it in his hands. He's.
Is it-
Oh no, I held it tight. He's looking into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm.
Say, Ricky, hang on one second. This is a very amazing magical item. Let
All
me
right, so I
take one
keep
second.
it, and in fact, I let go of it for him. I let him have it,
Okay.
understanding the urgency in his little man voice.
I sort of walk away and I'm kind of holding it in my hands and I'm taking a second to read these 2 paragraphs.
Okay.
I go pet the Johns.
Okay. You pet the Johns. As you look down, you're also seeing that there's a lot of blood on the ground.
My
All around
Johns
you.
are probably scared.
Isawal, are you doing anything in particular?
I'm sort of observing all this. I don't have anything in particular that I want to do. I'm just sort of following them and looking over their shoulders and seeing what's going on.
Okay.
Being old.
Yep. Off. So, by the way, so as you guys are sitting on Johns, I imagine they're all named John.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The 4 Johns. You're sitting there, Ricky's off the horse, and
Yeah.
you see the overturned cart. Yeah, there's a lot of blood. Off to your, so if you're looking directly down the road, the cart's to the left. Off to the right, off the road, there is a rather large farm, as you've seen time and time again. Yeah. So it looks to be like that's kind of where this cart was heading, or kind of the direction for
Yeah.
that.
And in fact, I walk toward Iswal, and I'm like, we should probably keep going. And I explain to him the big cats, what I know about them, and that they are dangerous creatures, and if anything, probably kill you faster than a fucking banshee would. You probably wouldn't have time to have tea with it. So maybe we should keep fucking going. Look at the orb later. And I also yell that to one. I say,
I'm not
"We should
looking
probably
at the
go."
orb. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, quit interfacing with the orb. Let's get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, let's find some shelter. Big cats are exactly that. Time to go, boys. And I beckon one shoe to bring the orb and to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I say, okay, guys, this is a drift globe.
Yeah.
A drift globe is something, Ricky, you will love this.
All right.
This guy generates light. I currently can't control it, but I need to hold on to this. I'm going to turn this into a new companion, and also it might have something to do with fucking what's his face and his big cats.
Wait. It's gonna be a companion, and like here, and I pick up the pizza rat, and I flick the fucking greasy pizza rat toward you.
Stink,
Like
Stink
that.
is not okay. Fine, Stink is okay. Yeah, and Stink is fucking like lovingly fucking like nibbling at you. In my experience, these nibbles feel fucking great, and it's very like ticklish.
It feels like greasy pizza against your face.
Yeah, and I'm like, get that out of here. What are you talking about? You're gonna have a little glowing orb friend that's gonna hang out with the rest of us forever?
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is. A drift globe. A drift globe is a enchanted object that can emanate certain spells relating to light, and it can help illuminate things for us.
And I'm like, well, okay then. And I get on all fours in front of your horse. That's how you step up onto your horse normally. So I'm like, let's go then.
Oh, okay. And I say, hold on a second, and I want to go investigate the other. I want to look at the other cart, the cart that wasn't filled with a bloodthirsty beast.
Sure. As you come up to it, there is a that door is also open. It seemed to have hit a rock, fell over, and there's a bit of a ravine, very small ravine, not huge. The door had opened, and outpouring from it seemed to be like mostly clothing. There seemed to be a lot of clothing, a lot of set dressing, things of that nature. You can investigate like deeply if you want.
Yeah, I wanna take a very hard look.
Okay, roll an investigation check. And by the way, Ricky, you did find a whip on him.
Yeah. Is that a combative weapon?
Sure is.
Oh, fuck yeah.
In fact, you might be interested in it.
Yeah.
It is a 1d4 slashing weapon that has finesse and reach.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Okay, 6. Investigation. Is that plus your investigation?
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Okay. Oh, you rolled a 1 and a 6. Jesus Christ. So yeah, as you're looking through, there seems to be some nice luggage, mostly carrying costumes, set dressing. Like I said, there seems to be like curtains and stuff, things that you're guessing were part of the act of Viger's Big Cats. I mean, altogether, they look like nice clothing. Might be worth something if you gather them all up, but it's mostly just nice clothing and set dressing and stuff.
Okay. So Ricky, do you see? Is there a path leading to anything? Or did we see was there like another body dragged? Is there blood? I can't see shit. I don't know what's really going on.
I'm like, quite frankly, I don't want to chase a big cat. The kind of creatures that we're talking, that the Vigers, the Viger company deals with, are the creatures you want to hang out with 4 of your best friends.
That's us! Wait.
I give them like the double thumbs, and I'm finger guns, and I'm just like, on a day when you were trying to find little green goblin boy.
Okay. Let's go.
And as I'm talking, I'm kind of seeing he's dealing with like a fucking chest. I pull out what's our most like hooded thing there? A hooded cloak, a mask, a scarf, and a hood.
I have no idea.
Well, from the
from the stuff in
costume.
Vigers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I pull something like that out. And,
I'll say you spend like 3 or 4 minutes. You being a circus man, kind of know where to look. You do find a costume cloak, like a stage rogue would wear.
Okay, and the kind of a scarf for my face.
Sure, you find a scarf as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, this should do. And I pack that away, and I'm like, keep the garbage if you want, boys. This is all I'm gonna need. And if I can wrap myself in this cloak and put the scarf over my face.
Okay.
And
you guys are going down the road?
I guess, if we're packing up, boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
I do not have one shoe into his.
You hop on the Johns.
Yeah. Off, Johns. Off.
Johns.
Off Johns. Off Johns.
And you start steading down the road. The Johns are definitely a little bit off put by that whole scenario, because of the blood and all that, and just the smell of it. As you're going, you actually notice that Alkin Farms, where you've been directed towards, is just off to your right. It's been off to your right the entire time, and it's quite large. It's a very large potato farm. You can see it kind of winding through. It's a bit of a valley off to the right of the road, and it goes on for probably about a mile and a half of just farmland, rippled farmland with crops and occasionally little houses. I would like everyone actually to make a survival check at this point.
Uh-oh.
14 for Ricky. 13 for Isabel.
Whoop!
16. Okay, so as you're going, I mean, you've only gone about 40, 50 feet from the wreckage. When you see Alkin Farms and you're right, you all start to notice like, oh, that's Alkin Farms. We should probably kind of head towards there.
Yeah.
Ricky and One Shoe, or actually no, just One Shoe. You actually notice that blood that was all around is actually heading in that direction.
Why
In
don't
the
I
form
notice that?
in the form of paw prints because you rolled a 13.
Oh. Wait, but he also rolled a 13. Oh, no, I thought he rolled a 13. Never mind, I'm dumb.
You rolled 6.
One Shoe in particular, you see paw prints going towards the Alkin Farms.
How big are the paw prints?
Large.
Like a large
really
cat?
large.
Big cat?
So you see they look large.
Okay.
More oddly, there are 3 sets. So like where you've seen paw prints before of like how they would leave if a creature with 4 legs would leave them. You see them in a set of 3.
I'm not sure if this is like I'm not sure if this is okay to ask. Does it look like it was possible at all for that cage to fit 3 animals inside of it?
For the size of the paw prints you've seen, no.
Okay.
If the paw prints are the same as the size in the cage, then that would have been a impossibly tight squeeze.
Okay. So, Ricky.
Ricky? My man, what? What up, John?
Wicked bad news for you.
Okay, well.
The cats have seemed to be going the same place that we're going to.
God, it's always the fucking cats.
And let me say, how big were the cats that you saw when you saw Viger's big cats?
I look at the horse, and I'm like, pretty big, you know. Usual big cat. I mean, you wouldn't make a company of it unless your cats were pretty big.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm seeing here is that there aren't just one of these big cats. There's 3. I can see 3.
3 what? 3 cats?
3
I don't see any cats.
3 whole large cats. No, I'm seeing footprints. This is how I know that all these are here. This isn't just a premonition.
So I observe the paw prints, and I say, I see 3 sets or 3
There's 3
pairs
sets.
of 2, so 6 paws.
You see paw prints leading, there's 6 large paw prints in a row
Alright.
going.
So I'm saying
12 different paw prints in
no, but
one
that's the
straw.
thing.
No,
Looks like
6 total.
Yeah,
3
so that's a
two-legged
3-leg.
sets.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I say, well, I've never fucking seen a 6-legged cat before. Jesus Christ.
Forget it.
Sounds like a nightmare. I mean, Droop, he was a dear friend, obviously, but maybe we can just let that happen.
Ricky Groot is our ticket to ride. All
I'm
right.
like, yeah. Oh, glass staff.
We got to get that staff. We got to get the fucking riches and fame that come with discovering a ancient magical fucking star forge of very, very epic proportions. You have to understand, Ricky, that the end game, I think you're going to like it. I think this is where we need to be. And we need to find this goblin.
I'm like,
I'm also gonna throw this out there. I don't know of any cats that walk on 2 legs.
I don't either, which is why I'm confused. I would like to rack my brain as to whether or not we've been talking about cats or cat people. because this whole thing does not make any sense to me.
Okay.
I mean,
Cats
it
have
makes
4
it
legs.
makes perfect sense. It actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's a 6-legged cat.
Yeah. Or very fat cat people.
Can I tell them what it is, Booch?
No.
I know Iswell doesn't know, but I know.
Yeah, I know you know.
Maybe you
we all
do.
know you know. You've been playing D&D. This is our
You can
first run.
I think you can personally know.
I do.
Yeah, but
No, that's
if
what I'm
you-
saying. It's like I want to
if
tell
you
you
do
guys, but none of
know-
our characters know.
Yeah,
No.
if you know, it'll slightly influence the way you act.
Which
So,
is why
what
I've not been
happens-
saying much.
Yeah.
Iswal has not seen anything like
Yeah.
that.
Iswell has no idea what this is, and I'm trying to not let that get.
Why can't
That's-
Iswal have seen something exactly like this?
I
Because
could
I know
have.
exactly what it is, and he has not seen something exactly like this.
But why not?
Because I know his character background.
You know every day and moment of his character's entire
It's
life.
very reasonable that I wouldn't have ever encountered something like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you get to decide your character, and if he says he
I mean, this
hasn't-
is if you're actually.
I mean, I could be
Brandon,
wrong.
Go ahead and.
No, I don't.
you
It's
think-
like, this is so lame, because then, I mean, everyone that knows it now is going to be, slightly more
No,
careful.
Well, but that's
with the
my whole
type of
point.
content.
I'm
not
saying-
for it being revealed. I was actually just inquiring about the general idea of the metagame of whether or not if you personally know something, can you justify your character knowing that as well?
Well, you
I
can just
could
think if you've
there
been out of the
was-
country.
If
I'm
there
not,
was
I'm
a
not,
reason
asking
for my
it to be
character to
revealed.
know,
I really don't think
my
it should be, if it's not reasonable.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying is
Okay,
this character in particular has no idea what this is.
Okay.
I'll get, I could. I mean, yeah. You wouldn't know. To you, it looks like it looks like it looks like a lot of large cat tracks.
I think it's 3 bipedal cats. That's what Iswal
Yeah.
thinks it is.
Sure.
I think it's a big fucking magic monster cat.
I'm thoroughly
It is.
confused, and as of right now, I haven't talked to anyone about why I'm confused, because cats definitely have 4 legs, but I'm not asking about it right now.
Dora
My
says,
mind-
"Do we
my-
get to drink soon?"
My mind is completely blown as to why everyone thinks it's common sense that there are 6 cat legs.
I mean, I've seen you shoot magic out of your fingers, so it can be.
Look, have you
literally
ever seen that show, Cats?
Yeah, I love that show.
It's like that. Just a few of them must have gotten lost.
Yeah, the big cat show. That's one we're hunting. Okay, well, I actually have to go to bed. It's an hour past when I said I had to go to bed.
Yeah. At this
So, I'm
point,
sorry.
you are making your way towards the farm. Everyone's confused about cat legs. In the hands of One Shoe, I think, is holding a drift globe. In the arms of Ricky is holding a whip. And in the back of your head, you realize, shit, we probably should have got money for that for those orcs we killed when we were in town. But never mind. As you're making your way towards Falcon Farm.
Also, I want to say that I brought my horse with me, and I also assume that all of my friends have their horses with them.
Well, you guys are still riding. I mean, you're having.
Yeah,
this
we're all on John.
Well, we all got off.
We're all on John, my friend. Get on your John, brother.
Hop on my John ski.
All right, boys. I gotta go to bed. This
Yeah,
is
good night.
way hour later than I thought it was gonna be. All right, boys.
Hey, are you guys around tomorrow? Because I don't have to work tomorrow, for some reason.
I gotta talk to Nasha.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
good
I don't
sesh.
Yes.
All
All right,
right.
boys.
Goodbye.
Sorry, I gotta always run really fast after it, but sorry.
It's okay.
That's fine.
All right.
You received
Drown.
no XP for this session.
What?
Yeah, he killed a fucking frog or something.
I did kill a rabbit.
You get 5 experience points.
Thank you very much. I will take that.
All right. Good night, boys.
Good night.
Good night. I'm so upset. But I'm also excited to see what's gonna happen with this.
Oh, yeah.
This
Wait,
is
is he
so
still here?
good.
I'm still here.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually